Everybody dreads losing weight. You feel like you have to start eating like a little rabbit, tiny portions and feeling hungry all the time. It's even more challenging when you're busy working or studying full time where you don't have control over all of your meals as you're going to be eating out sometimes. The stress from life is already big enough, so how do we make weight loss less stressful? How do we lose weight without feeling like we're starving all the time? Through years of experience, I learned something that really changed the way I view weight loss. You can actually eat more while losing weight. Sounds too good to be true, right? Today I'm going to show you exactly how, and it boils down to these two key things: what you're eating and how you're going about your day. What we're eating. But first, we need to understand the principles of weight loss. You need to be in a calorie deficit. What is a calorie deficit? It's when your calories out is greater than your calories in. This is the state that you need to be in order to see weight loss. The base of the calories out actually come from your body's basal metabolic rates, the amount of calories that you burn when you rest. This could be through just breathing and circulation, etc. There's also other smaller contributing factors, which is the digestion of food, formerly known as the thermic effect of food, and also non-exercise activities such as doing household chores. More commonly known, you can also increase your calories out through cardiovascular exercise such as running, swimming, biking, etc. Calories in comes from the foods that you eat on a daily basis. So how can you actually eat more while losing weight? It boils down to actually high volume eating. This is when you're eating a lot of nutrient dense, low calorie whole foods to keep you full while being in a calorie deficit. A very simple example is when you're eating a set of medium fries from McDonald's, which is about 400 calories, versus when you eat a medium sized potato, which is just worth about 130 calories. Which one do you feel more full eating? It's going to be the medium sized potatoes. And if you were to eat the same amount of calories of potatoes, you're going to just feel way more full compared to just eating that medium fries. That is what we want to be focusing on. We want to be eating high volumes of food, but not just food. We want to be eating high volumes of low calorie, nutrient dense whole foods. And this is the smart strategy that we need in order to keep ourselves full and not feel starving all the time when we're losing weight. Having a daily total of 1,800 calories of 3 to 4 nutrient dense whole food meals will feel completely different than if you just had one fast food meal that is worth 1,800 calories. The one where you're eating more whole food meals is just gonna make you more full in general, and it's divided across the day. This ensures that throughout the day you don't even feel that hungry. This ensures that you don't suddenly feel like binging on something because you're already full. You don't really feel much of a need to eat out of things. Another benefit of this is that you have more room for treats. Because the foods are lower calorie in nature, this means that you have additional extra calories to play around. If you had a total of 1,800 calories and 3 of your main meals focusing on nutrient dense whole foods are about 1,500 calories worth, this means that you have an additional 300 calories to play around. You can have an ice cream, you can have a cake, and make your life feel much better while losing weight. Here is the gold standard of high volume eating and what you should be focusing on when it comes to your diet. You want to have nutrient dense whole foods. These include lean proteins such as chicken breast, lean meats, lean beef, lean pork, and lean fish. Eggs are also a good option. Why we choose lean options is because they contain less fat. If you were to eat chicken breast versus eating a pair of chicken wings, the amount of fat on the chicken wings is going to be way more, and this will help you to save more calories and ensure that you also feel more full. You also want to have complex carbohydrates. These include potatoes, sweet potatoes, brown rice, pasta, any kind of whole grain. Why we want to focus more on complex carbohydrates is because they keep us full for a longer time. They take a longer time to digest as compared to simple carbohydrates. But of course, you can still have simple carbohydrates. It's just that complex carbohydrates will be a better option in this case. You also want to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. Adding a ton of vegetables into your meal is a very easy way to increase the volume of your meal, and this will actually make you way more full. Fruits are a really great way to curb your appetite. You can have them as a snack whenever you're feeling hungry. You also want a low fat intake because fat is the most calorie dense macronutrient. It contains 9 calories per 1 gram of fat, so reducing the amount of fat that you intake throughout the day will have a really large impact on your total daily calorie intake. You also want to have minimal sweet drinks as these are often empty calories, and not having them will save you a ton of calories throughout the day. If you want more personal guidance for your fitness journey, then I highly recommend that you check out my online fitness coaching service available down in the description below. I help remove all the guesswork and get you straight to your results. When it comes to eating out, the main purpose of eating out is to enjoy yourself. How do we actually enjoy ourselves, eat more, while still reaching our fitness goals? The first thing we can do is calorie manipulation. We can look at calories on a day basis or a week basis. When you look at it on a day basis, if you know you're going to go out later in the day, you want to focus on having smaller, nutrient-dense, low-calorie meals at the start of your day so that you have enough calories for the later part of your day, ensuring that you don't blow up your calories out of proportion. On a week basis, you want to focus on being in a calorie deficit for the rest of the weekdays. If you want to lose a pound or 0.5 kg a week, it will be about a 500 daily deficit. This adds up to about 2,500 calorie deficit for the weekdays. And on the weekends, you can be more flexible, be at a calorie maintenance or a slight surplus. You won't be achieving your weight loss goals as fast as compared to if you were to stick to that 500 calorie deficit every single day throughout the week. This is the trade-off of flexibility. You won't be able to reach your goals as fast, but however, you will feel mentally and physically much better. So that's the realistic trade-off that I want to bring out. The reason why we can do this is because weight loss occurs over a period of time. Even if you screw up one day, as long as you get back on track, there won't be any issues at all. So look at it in terms of a weekly basis, you will have a much better peace of mind when it comes to losing weight. The second thing when it comes to eating more is how you're going about your day, and this is your activity levels. You can increase activity levels through doing low intensity cardiovascular exercise such as running, swimming, biking, etc. However, if you don't enjoy doing this, I highly recommend that you do more walking. It's a very simple, easy, convenient way to burn more calories, and it doesn't require a lot of effort. It's super seamless and fits into your day super easily. You can do it while getting groceries, you can do it while exploring other places, meeting your friends, etc. The target number of steps that you want to hit is 8 to 10,000 steps a day, and the more you can do, the better. It burns on average about 300 to 400 calories depending on your body weight, the terrain, and the pace that you're walking. Having a higher step count allows you to eat more, so walk more to eat more. Here's the equation. Assuming a calorie maintenance of 2,300 calories for a 500 calorie deficit, if you don't have high activity levels, you can eat about 1,800 calories. With high activity levels, assuming you burn 300 calories from walking, you now can eat 2,100 calories. That's an additional 300 calories. You can have your extra ice cream, cake, much more flexibility. To ensure that you're progressing on your weight loss journey, I highly recommend that you track your weight every single day. Do it every single morning, fasted before eating anything, and after going to the bathroom. You have to ensure that these conditions are consistent so that the data that you measure will be accurate. It's completely normal to have fluctuations. It can be due to water weight when you eat a high amount of sodium the day before, or just simply having a night out, which is completely fine, but just be true to yourself that you're not having these nights out every single time. Weight loss is not linear. It doesn't go down perfectly. There's always ups and downs, but if you see that downward trend, then you're doing a very good job already. If you're interested in a more detailed guide on how you can lose weight, you can check out my guide down below in the description. There I go in more detail on the knowledge of foods, the type of foods that you can eat, appetite curbing strategies, and also a protocol for eating out while trying to lose weight so that you can still enjoy yourself while losing weight. There's also a 12-week action plan that you can follow that removes all the guesswork. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how you can eat more while losing weight. You have to be smart about your weight loss journey. You need to have the knowledge of foods so that you can carefully manipulate your calories while still reaching your fitness goals. When you have knowledge, then you have freedom and flexibility in your weight loss journey. If you guys enjoy these types of videos, do like and subscribe. It will really help me a lot. Comment down below if you want to see any other types of videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.